And we are live. What's going on, guys? Hope y'all had a great weekend. For everybody that's chiming in, I want to personally welcome you to the Coach Beast Show. I am your host, yours truly, Coach Beast. This is where we talk all things youth football strategies, tactics, and as you know, this is the place where your questions get answered, guys. Man, I'm very excited about the show. Ran into a little adversity before the show. As you guys can see, we didn't change the scene a little bit. I'm not completely done with everything, but we are evolving as a show, right, guys? So I'm really excited about things that are coming to the show. Really pumped. Today, guys, look, the show today, we're going to keep this defensive theme going, but the show today may get me so fired up, I may break something, guys. I'm telling you. We're going to talk about trench warfare. That's right. We're going to talk about trench warfare. People just don't know how important winning the trenches is in youth football, guys. Like, you just don't know how important it is. And we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna go over the 6-2 Savage defense a little bit and how you can win the trenches in this particular defense. So I'm super pumped in getting into that. So, guys, y'all know what time it is. Let's get this show started. It's time to shout out your city. Shout out your city. Shout out your team. This is the time where I give you guys some love. We got the Manatee Wildcats in the house representing Coach Vincent, my guy. How are you doing, man? I hope you had a good weekend. We got Coach Brown in the house, Park Hill Pirates from Denver, Colorado, 9U team. And you guys bear with me, my vision kind of crazy right now because if y'all notice, we got it a little darker than normal, and Coach Beast is blind here. I got contacts in, but still a little blurry. So bear with your coach here, guys. Let's see here. We got Van Horn in the house from LaPel, Indiana. What's up, Coach? Welcome to the show. We got, let's see, is that Ian Hova from North Philadelphia? Shout out to the Aztecs 8U team. Coach Clay, there we go. Welcome, Coach, welcome. We got, let's see here. We got KK225 from Loughborough, UK. We got UK in the house, man. Welcome, Coach. Welcome to the show. We got Coach Carter in the house from Bird Boys, representing the Bird Boys 10U team. Shout out to you, Coach. Welcome to the show. We got, let's see, Coach Hammond in the house, representing the Red Hawks 12U team from Hammond, Indiana. Welcome to the show. We got Showtime in the house, representing Manning, South Carolina. Welcome to the show, Coach. Welcome to the show. Let me switch back over here. We got Coach Nilsson in the house, my guy from Detroit, Michigan. We got Coach Singleton in the house from H-Town, Houston, Texas, representing the Dolphins 8U team. We got Coach Jackson in the house from Colquitt, Colorado. I hope I said that right, Coach. Representing the Packers. Shout out to you, Coach. Let's see here. We got Johnny in the house representing the South Brunswick Cougars. Shout out to you, Coach. Let's see here. We got Coach Mason, man. How you doing? AKA Coach Fanny Pack in the house. Representing from Brownsboro, Texas. Go Bears. Man, I'm pumped, guys. Guys, I'm so pumped. Let me make sure I'm not missing nobody. Real quick. I love to give you guys love for coming and giving me your time here. We got Coach Jones in the house from Pasadena, California. Let's see here. Representing Pasadena Youth Football 13U. And he made sure he put dad. Shout out to all the dads who are coaching out there. Let's see here. We got Coach Vontae in the house, a.k.a. Coach Blitzo, Dirty Birds, Elite 8U team from St. Louis, Missouri. Shout out to you, Coach. And we got Coach Jackson in the house, Coach Hollywood. Love that. Love that. Representing his 10U team. Let's see here. Sooners. Okay, the Q Sooners. I hope I said that right, Coach. Welcome to the show. Guys, y'all ready to get into this show? Y'all ready to talk about some trench warfare? If y'all are, give me a hell yeah in the comments. I want to see some hell yes. Let's get them hell yes going in the comments, guys. If y'all ready to get the show on the road. And while y'all putting the hell yes, I'm going to go ahead and pay some bills real quick so we can get this party started. This episode is brought to you by Beast Out You, the ultimate resource for youth football coaches who want to dominate the game. Whether you're looking for winning playbooks, powerful formations, or expert coaching strategies, Beast Out You has you covered. Stop guessing, start coaching like a champion. And as you guys know, my whole system, the Beast Unleashed Playbook bundle, is 80% off. So if any of you guys are interested in that, you can just go to my playbook store, get all 16 of my playbooks. You also get 2 bonus drill books as well to get you started this season. So let's get the party started. We got a lot of hell yes. We got Coach Mason, hell yeah. Coach Vincent, hell yeah. We got Coach Nielsen with hell yeah. Let's see. We got a lot of hell yes over here with my Instagram people too. So before we get started, my Instagram people, if you have any questions whatsoever, I always answer the questions on the YouTube side, guys. So if you think you're going to have questions during the show, I encourage you to come on over to the YouTube channel so I can get to your questions. The reason why I do that, I know y'all hear me say this every show, but the reason why I do this because both of these comment streams are going so fast, especially the IG one, that it's hard for me to keep up. All right. So again, my IG people, come on over to YouTube if you have a question. If not, stay there, guys. Stay there, guys. All right. So let's get this party started, guys. Boom. So let's start here, guys. The biggest mistake that a lot of coaches make in youth football, especially on defense, is that coaches put a focus on them linebackers, right? They want them linebackers to be really good, you know. That and true enough, the second level needs to be good. But can somebody tell me in the comments, why is trench warfare so important? Y'all let me know in the comments. Why is trench warfare so important and why dominating it is so important? Y'all let me know. Let me know. And I'm going to let you know why in a minute, but I want to hear what you guys think. And another thing I'm going to do is I think I'm going to pick a winner today. A winner of the 6-2, the Savage 6-2 defensive playbook. So the more you engage, guys, the better the chances you have winning this playbook that we're about to go over. Feeling generous today, guys. I feel real good. Coach Jackson says, defensive line set the tone for your defense. I like that answer. I love that answer, actually. Come on, guys. Why is trench warfare so important? Why is winning trench warfare so important? Coach Jones said first level is the first level of defense. 5 exclamation marks. I love that answer. Coach Van Horn says, it's worn in the trenches. Oh, my God, I love that. That got me fired up right there. Let's see. Coach Key says, let me see me scroll. See, this IG stuff, man. It always messes me up. D-line opens up for the linebackers to get through. I like that answer. I like that answer a lot. All right, let's see. Coach Vincent says, stop run first. 90% of plays are run. I like that too. Coach Sullivan says, whoever wins the line, the trenches, control the game. Man, I love that. I love that. Let's see. Coach Smitty says, win in the trenches, you win the game. I love that. I love that. So here's the thing. If this is the case, which I agree with every single one of you guys, right? If that is the case, why in the hell don't we put an emphasis on having some great defensive linemen, right? Why don't we put an emphasis on playing very aggressive, especially at the first level, right? How many of you guys understand, right, the levels of a defense? And we're going to get into this playbook real quick. How many of you guys understand the different levels? The first level, the second level, the third level. And I'm going to tell you this, guys, and this took me years to really grasp from a coaching perspective, right? Is that, you know, I was a linebacker. I was an outside linebacker in high school. Loved it. One of my favorite positions. I don't know which one I love the most, outside linebacker or tight end. But one thing I understood, though, is if I went against a team that had a really good offensive line, I wanted to make sure that my defensive tackles and my defensive ends were great at doing what they do, right? Which is occupying the trenches, winning in trench warfare, because it makes it easier for us, the linebackers, to do what we do, right? And flow to the ball. Hey, check this out. Key word, right? Linebacker. My job was to back the line, right? So why don't we put a focus on having dominant defensive linemen, defensive ends, who can set the tone for the entire game? You know, there's this philosophy I had when I first started coaching, and it was a mistake I made, guys. I told my guys the first year of coaching that, look, guys, you know, we're going to play contain ball. And now, mind you, we had a really good defense my first year of coaching. But I said, we're going to play contain ball, guys. And we want to control the edge, you know. And I was halfway right. You know, controlling the edge is very important, right? But I didn't want to play contain because we needed to win the trenches, and we needed to control the trenches, right? Because we wanted to control the game. Like some of you guys said, you want to control the trenches, and this is how you do it. You want to play aggressive. Y'all got me? You want to play aggressive in the trenches, because if you're going against a really good offensive line, they're going to control the trenches. Like I take pride in having one of the best offensive lines in my league, the best offensive line in my league, right? Because we want to control the game. But if you're going against another defense full of dogs and kids with a mentality that we're going to dominate and we're going to eat, it creates problems. It creates a hell of a game, right? It creates a hell of a game for the fans, but it creates a fun, intense, competitive game for you when you got good defensive linemen going against good offensive linemen. Now, if you got good defensive linemen and you're going against a team that got a piss poor offensive line, what y'all think going to happen? What do y'all think going to happen? Woo! I like what Coach just said. D-line can demoralize their entire team. Big facts. Big facts. Coach Nielsen says, a dominant O-line can take the heart out of a defense. Right. Check this out. I love that. I love that statement because a dominant O-line can take the heart out of a defense, but a dominant defensive line can take the heart out of an offense, right? So it's imperative that who's ever in the trenches needs to win because your chances of winning the game goes up dramatically. I would even say 90%. I would say you got a 90% chance of winning the game if you win the trenches. And the only reason I'm leaving room for error is because, you know, you can play in the game, you can turn the ball over, you still got to play fundamental ball, you still got to play sound football, right? You still can't turn the, you know, football over, fumble, and all of that bull crap. But if you're playing sound football and you're controlling the trenches, your chances of winning the game goes up dramatically. So one thing I really want to talk about before we get into the plays and the schemes and all of that stuff is the type of people you need when it comes down to really having a good defensive line, guys, okay? So hands down, I love running the 6-2 defense for a few reasons. And let's talk about who this is for, right? I like running the 6-2 because if I'm going against a team that has a weak offensive line, they're in trouble, right? Even if they have an average offensive line, right? And I'm able to really take it to them, right? We're able to wear them out consistently in the 6-2 defense. And, you know, you guys already know the 4-4 Reaper defense is my base defense. But if we smell blood, like if we're playing in the game, right, and we got these, and let's say the first 2 or 3 series of the game, we're noticing that, oh man, they got a scrub at left tackle, or left guard, or oh man, they just plugging somebody in at right tackle. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna eat. We're gonna shift that 4-4 Reaper. We're gonna shift that 4-4 Reaper into the 6-2, and we're gonna do Bama blitz. So we're gonna do Alabama, Alabama blitz. Let me see here. Did I skip my Alabama blitz? The Alabama blitz in here, guys, is where we're gonna do our Alabama blitz, or we're gonna do let's see here. We're gonna do a Bama flood, right? We're taking it to them. We're gonna be a problem. Y'all get me? So it's imperative, guys. Please understand this. When you're playing defense in youth football, these youth football teams are going to run the ball 80 to 90% of the time. Don't let them be 8U and down. They're going to run the ball 90 to 100% of the time. So it's imperative that you focus on making sure your guys are ready to eat. So in the middle, guys, I like for my middle guys, my nose tackles, to have a lot of power, right? I like for my strongest guy to be on this weak side, right? And I like for my main disruptor to be on the strong side. Why do you guys think I like doing that? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Why do you guys think that I like to put my strong guy, my powerful guy on the weak side, but my disruptor on that play side or that strong side? Let me know. Talk to me. Talk to me. And by the way, while this going on, if y'all notice, we got merch. We got merch coming. This is the OT hoodie, guys. This is the OT hoodie. This hoodie is representing the OT elite coaches community, guys. So if you want to get this OT hoodie, it's coming soon, guys. We also got 2 other shirts, guys. Y'all see me wear this week during the show. We got the Teach, Critique, and Repeat t-shirt, right? And then we got the You Win Games at Practice t-shirt. So I'm wearing all of that this week. Y'all will see it. Really pumped about that. Coach Winter said because they will run to the weak side more. Oh, I like that. I like that philosophy. I like that. Let's see. Coach Jackson says, you put your powerful defensive lineman on that side to go against their weakest offensive lineman. Simply put, but dominate. Great answer. Great answer. I love that. Let's see. What do my Instagram people say? Let's see. Pressure in the weak areas make it easier to collapse the line and get pressure in the backfield. You don't want to have your best players super congested to one side, easy to make offensive adjustments. Exactly. I love that. That's a great answer. So this is why I do it, guys. And this is why I think you should do it too. This center here and this weak side guard, usually teams like to put their weak side guard, or their weakest player either as a weak side guard or weak side tackle. In my experience, they like to put just plug in their guard in, on the weak side in the interior. And then they put their center, their center usually is going to block to that strong side, depending on the assignment, but usually they're going to block to that strong side. So what we like to do, let me go down here, is I like for my strong guy, and this is what I tell both of my tackles. We're going after the QB. We're going after the QB. You're going to have blind blood thirst rage trying to get to that quarterback. Okay? And so while this is going on, I teach my strong guy, we want to take it to this center every single play. We want to hit him on the weak side where he's not paying attention. Then when we get his attention, now he's shook, right? Now he's expecting to get banged up. Like he's expecting to make impact and engage with this weak side guy. What that does to a kid that keeps getting hit by a very powerful kid, right? That's stronger than him, that's bigger than him, that's usually more aggressive than him, is he's going to start focusing on that kid, which allows your best disruptor, interior guy, to be able to just shoot through and get to the quarterback. Y'all got me on that? Because as y'all know, I like to play the mental game. I love to play the mental game with these kids. You know why? Because they're kids. It don't take a lot to get in the head of a kid, especially if he keeps getting hit over and over and over again. And guys, guess which kid gets the ball every single down on offense? Just drop the position in the comments, guys. What kid gets the ball every single down on offense? Let me know. Let me know. And again, guys, while we're doing this, I'm going to give away this 6'2 defense, 6'2 Savage defense to a coach. And that is just me saying thank you, guys. Thank you, man, for chiming into the show. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like last show, guys, we had upwards of 40 plus guys, and only half of you guys hit that like button. I'm asking you right now, guys, if you're getting value from the show, hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. We are growing like crazy, and I want you to be a part of the movement of making youth football great again, guys. Let's get it. And guys, what do y'all think about the background? What y'all think about this? Let me zoom in. What y'all think about the background? Like I'm working on it. I'm not done, but I'm putting it together. This thing is becoming really nice. It's becoming more of my personality, right? It's becoming more of my personality. Drift says center touches the ball every down. Coach Sullivan says center. Coach Brown says the quarterback. Coach Jackson says center. Miss B says, let's see. Miss B says, love it, babe. Great job. Coach Sanders says, throw some jerseys up there. Okay, I'm glad you said that, bro. So, as a matter of fact, you see where that helmet is back there? I'm actually going to put jerseys up there, but I'm actually going to go and get the actual, like, I don't know what you call it, like a glass like a glass case, and I'm gonna put the jerseys back there on the wall in the glass case. So yeah, man. Coach Eric says, big old flex to the critics. You right. Hey, damn right. You're right, Coach. If you know, you know. And that's like, man, and that's like a lesson, man. Like, as you guys grow, as you guys win, whether it's in youth football, most of you guys know this. Everybody who follow Coach Beast, y'all winning. Y'all winning in some part of your life. I already know, because I believe in alignment, right? You wouldn't be on this show listening to me if you wasn't a winner, or you had an appetite and an ambition to win and win more. And I'm not just talking about winning youth football games. I'm talking about winning in life, right? That's what I'm talking about. Shadow box. Yeah, so I'm going to actually get some shadow boxes. I'm probably going to go and get shadow boxes tomorrow, as a matter of fact, and we're going to hang up these jerseys on each side. But you guys are absolutely right. Y'all absolutely right. The center gets the ball every single play. So if we take this center out, right, and not trying to, like, you know, injure a kid, of course, but if we can get in this kid's head, this line on the interior is going to start to collapse. It's going to start to collapse. Now, if you're going against a good offensive line, it's going to be trench warfare every down. It's going to be fun, right? It's going to be back and forth. Now, what I teach my guys on the interior is we want to occupy the gaps. If we don't do anything else, we want to occupy the gaps. We don't want to get flushed or wash down the line or anything like that. No, we want to stand our ground. We want to be low. We want to use our leverage. We want to use our hand technique, and we want to be able to occupy the gap, get leverage, right? Because if they're starting to try to run the ball to the outside, and then we securing the edge, and they trying to bounce it back on the inside, guess what's going to happen? Whap, big hits, big plays. The pocket going to collapse, right? So I like for my big guys to be in here. Now, in terms of my tackles, guys, I love tackles who are quick, low to the ground. Defensive ends as well, quick, low to the ground. But I still like beefy. I do like beefy guys. So big, low. You know, some of you guys, and I say this a lot because when I played football, you know, I was always kind of a tall kid, I guess you can say, kind of lanky type. And the kids I hated going against the most were these low, short guys, these stocky guys, just like, you know, these hefty guys. I hated going against those guys. So when I have kids who are, you know, that husky build, but they're athletic, they're strong, I want them to be at defensive tackle. I want them to cause problems, because usually this tight end, usually if a team got a decent tight end, the tight end going to be lanky a little bit or have a little length, maybe a little skinny. If these tight ends are trying to down block on a low guy that's leveraged, they're going to have a rough day. They're going to have a really bad day. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we do what we do. Think about it like this, Coach. Everything we do has to be intentional, right? From the players we put into certain positions to the type of formations we run. We want to be extremely intentional about what we do and how we do it. Y'all got me? So where do I usually put, like, the lanky guys, right? Let's talk about it. I like to put my lanky guys, believe it or not, I like to put them at corner. I like them at corner if you got them, right? Y'all know I like to put, now this is something important to note. Let me be really specific about this. My defensive ends in the 6-2 defense, I like for them to be my best players, my best defensive players on the team, right? Can anybody tell me why I like for the defensive ends in the 6-2 defense to be my best defensive players on the team? Y'all let me know. We're a little interactive today. We interactive today. Let me answer this question. This is a great question. Coach Matt says, Coach, how would you line up the 6'2" versus a heavy unbalanced set? Okay, so usually what I do, Coach, is we will play in our base set. Like let's say we'll run the 4-4 defense, Reaper defense, and then we will go into the 6'2" defense, right? And we'll test the waters. We'll see how good that offensive line is, right? And see how we do. Now, one thing I always teach, Coach, is my defensive end, right? Of course, if they unbalanced, they got an extra guy right here, right? So I teach my defensive end, we want to be on the outside shoulder, about 1 yard to the outside shoulder, whoever's right here, right? So he's just going to spread out a little farther and still secure the edge. Now, one thing we like to do, especially if we're going against a team that's like to run unbalanced, let's say they running like the beast offense, for example, like we'll just go just strong left if we have to, right? You know, strong left or strong right, depending on what side they're playing their strength to. But what I don't like to do is I don't like to over adjust, okay? Because if the coach got any sense, if a team over adjusts, we got them. Now we can run our counter plays, or we can call an audible at the line of scrimmage, and we can just have at it. And it creates new running lanes for us to have, you know, explosive plays and things of that nature. So, you know, we will shift, but before we shift, we want to see how good we are competing against them just without even a shift. We want to kind of see what's going on. And then I may shift my linebackers, right? I may shift over my middle linebackers, and then it just makes it a little easier for them to flow to the ball. But we're going to always have that defensive end, Coach, to the outside shoulder of the outside guy. That's like a given. We don't want to forfeit the edge whatsoever. Okay. Great question, man. Coach Winter says they push the play to the middle. That's good. Coach Leo, did I say that right? Leo? Most plays will get bounced to the outside. They'll be able to set the edge quicker and react to the ball carrier. Really nice. Great answer, Coach. Great answer. Most physical athletic players, and they will go hunt. Exactly. So we know, guys, that youth football teams are going to run the ball to the outside 80 to 85% of the time, okay? And even if the play is not, even if the play is not designed for the kid, a lot of these running backs, if they're not coached up well, they're going to try to go to the outside. I call it leaving the island. Even if they're supposed to like run off tackle, right? They got a tendency to just go all the way to the outside. So while that's going on, we want our defensive end to meet them. We want run support to happen right here with the corner. And also we want our linebackers flowing to the ball, our middle linebackers flowing to the ball and helping out. Okay. That's what we do. That's what we do. And by the way, guys, we at the bottom of the hour. My IG people, if y'all got questions, I encourage you to come on over to the YouTube channel side so I can get to your question, guys, okay? It's hard for me to read questions on the Instagram side and the YouTube side, so come on over to YouTube so I can get to your question. All right, let's see. And guys, if you're watching on YouTube, if you have questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments. I'm here to answer your questions. All things trench warfare, 6'2" defense. Coach Matt says, thanks, Coach. I'm a little behind on the screen. No, hey, no worries, man. No worries. And guys, as you know, like if y'all ever miss the live show, I do replays as well. I try to drop the replay either the next day or the day after that. Okay. So if you miss it, don't worry. Just go to my playlist and you can check out the show. Oh man, great question, Coach Watson. Man, how you doing, man? I hope you're doing good today, bro. Hey, y'all let me know what y'all think about this hoodie too, man. Like I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Miss Beast made this. Miss Beast is over all the merch and all of that. Shout out to her. I'm loving this hoodie. I'm gonna be rocking it everywhere. And I'm a hoodie guy. I don't know about y'all. I'm a hoodie guy. I wear a hoodie just about every day. It can be 90 degrees outside. I'm still in a hoodie. All right. Coach says, do you rather run the beast formation under center or you rather run shotgun? Okay, that's a great question. So for me personally, it's going to be based on my center. Okay. I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of old school. I like to run the beast under center. That's just me personally. Okay. Now, a few years back, I had a quarterback who came to me and was like, Coach, can I run the beast in shotgun? Like I can see the defense better and I'm able to process better in shotgun. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. And so we ran a shotgun primarily with this kid, and he had a field day, absolute field day. And I kind of, I loved this quarterback. He was a dual threat guy, but he was a speed demon. If he got a crease, he's gone. As soon as he sees his running lane, he's gone. His acceleration and his speed was crazy. I just posted some game film a few days back on him running, and a lot of coaches like, oh man, here we go, guys. So a lot of coaches like, hey man, it's not fair. It's not fair that you got a really fast guy running around kids. That ain't football. Like, what the hell are you talking about, man? You want me to put my worst player at quarterback? Or should I put my best player at quarterback or one of my speed demons at quarterback, right? Like, God, man, some people, when they don't like you, when some people don't like you and they hate on you, they find anything in the book to criticize you on. And it don't even make sense, guys. Crap don't even make sense. You got guys saying, well, I want to see more game film. I want to see some game film. Then your post-game film is like, oh, you going against sorry defenses. Is it that we going against sorry defenses or we got a good offense? Or do we, you know what I'm saying? Like people need to make up their mind. And it's sad because in 2025, man, like one thing I hate, guys, and we're gonna get back to it. I gotta do my little rant, guys. And tell me how y'all feel about this, what I'm about to say. One thing I hate is men hating on other men. I absolutely hate it. It's a pet peeve because I feel like us as men, we should be leaders. We are leaders. We're leaders of our families. We should be role models. We should be examples, not only for our family, but for our community, for our society at large. And I even think one reason why our society is so messed up right now is because you got so many dudes hating on other dudes. Like, it's some of the weakest stuff I ever seen in my life, man. Like, I maybe I grew up too old school, but my dad taught me to respect everybody. My dad taught me to respect the man, respect the man until he give you a reason not to respect him. You got cats on here, man, like they talk crap and insult you and disrespect you. They don't even know you. They just see your game film or they see, a post or something and they, oh, your team suck. Where you located? We'll beat the crap out of you. Like, dude, I don't know you. And I will never play you. Right? So I just feel like us as men, man, we should stick together. We should be a community. We should be a brotherhood. We should support one another, man. We should be the leaders of our house, of our families, of our communities. We should be men of integrity. If we're trying to start a business or we're trying to, if we need each other's support, we should be able to band together and do that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I created the OT Elite Coaches community. So, if you guys resonate with me on this show, you go to the community and we get even closer, guys. Like, literally, Miss Beast and I was talking about doing a meetup soon. We're going to do a meetup soon. And oh my God, I'm going to read what Miss Beast just said. Miss B says too much feminine energy. Too much feminine energy. Facts. Then Coach Eric says grown children cosplaying as men. Facts. You see it all the time because here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Winners know winners, right? Losers know losers. Winners hate losers. Losers hate winners. I don't have guys who are winners hating on me because they get it. They understand what it takes to win in life, not just in football, right? If you're hating on me and you're talking about me and you don't even know me, it's your first time. Wait, first of all, if you subscribe to my channel, right, or follow me on IG or whatever, and then you got the balls to talk crap about me from a post, and then your profile picture is a picture of a cat or a picture of your kid or your dog, that tells me everything I need to know about you as a man. Right? And that's the problem. I love this. The internet makes everyone tough guys keyboard gangsters. Right. Because guys, this is what I say all the time. If you really got a problem with me, a beef with me, let's set up a boxing match. Let's set up a boxing match, an MMA fight or something. Let's settle it like men. Let's settle that like men. And I mean that. Of course, nobody gonna, they don't want it. But that's the way I was raised, guys. You respect other men. And if you got a problem with another man, let's settle it like men. And then let us, after that, we can go on about our business. We can go on with respect, or we can go on with our lives, right? But I would say the internet, social media has given, I say this all the time, social media has given losers a platform to speak and to give their opinion. So when people see positivity and things that really affects their insecurities, now they want to talk crap behind the keyboard. And they lack so much integrity, they don't even want to put their own picture. And even if they do put their own picture, they see Coach Beast on Instagram, 157,000 followers. Why does this youth football coach have that many followers? I don't. I only got 500. But they don't understand that it's not about youth football. It's about grinding and hustling and having the right habits to do what winners do. Like, what goes into the show is communication skills, leadership skills. You got to have courage and confidence in yourself, and you got to have knowledge, and you got to have balls to be able to get on here and do a show like this, right? Put yourself out there. Why would I, share? Like some people say, you're not a real youth football coach. They'll say that, right? And I will share my ESPN video of me winning this check behind me, guys. Y'all see that? Oh, you're not a real youth football coach. I keep receipts. And guess what, guys? As you continue to win in youth football, and some of you already know this, as you continue to win in youth football, what's going to happen is you're going to have coaches accusing you of crap that you haven't even thought of. Stuff that don't even make sense. You over here minding your business. Like, anybody know Coach Beast, and a lot of you guys are going to get to know me on a personal level. Coach Beast is private, and Coach Beast mind his own damn business. So if anybody make an accusation about Coach Beast, it's laughable, because I'm down here working my ass off all day, every day. You know what I mean? I don't have time to entertain other people or cause drama. I'm busy doing my stuff, right? So, in the words of Coach Jackson, haters are going to hate. All right, Coach Carter says, back to football. What do you do in the 6-2 wide when they spread you out? What we do, Coach, is we will flex either into the 4-4 Reaper defense, or we'll go into the 4-2-5 Ring of Fire defense. Now, on the show we did last week about the 4-2-5, I like to stay in the 4-4 defense, Reaper defense, until I know that they are really a true spread team. Because most spread offensive teams, guys, aren't really spread offensive teams. They'll line up in a 3-by-1 or 2-by-1 look, and they may do like a bubble screen. They're doing, they do halfback passes, stuff like that, right? and they're just trying to spread your guys out in space so they can run in space. That's it. Like, don't fall for the BS, right? Now, there are teams out there who are true to it. You know, there are certain teams that are just true to it, and they're a really good spread team. If they are, that's when we'll switch to a 4-2-5, right? Ring of fire defense, and that's what we do, coach. But we want to call their bluff, right? I want to know if you are a true spread team, because most of these youth football teams are not really spread teams. They just love running spread because they seen their favorite team running, or it's popular right now, and they got kids that they still gonna. And this the thing, this the stat, coach, you need to know, okay? No matter what you see, no matter what formation they're in, they're still gonna run the ball 80 to 85% of the time. And if they 8U and below, they're gonna run it 90 to 100% of the time, regardless. But don't get freaked out when you see these teams running spread. Like, we used to go into a quad set, right? We'll go into quads, and it would freak teams out. And all we'll do is just like rocket toss and jet sweeps. You know, we had passing plays out of the quad, but that's all we did. We just wanted to run it. We just wanted to get the ball to our fastest guy and run in space. So understand that, guys. Understand the stats and the math. If a team getting spread, they're not going to go quick game and pass the ball 60, 70% of the time. They're not going to do that, okay? They're just trying to spread your guys out. So you just want to get in position to do what you need to do and switch to like a 4-2-5 defense. Or, you know, we like to do the 4-4 defense, especially if we know they just bluffing. We're still going to take it at them and cause some problems. All right, guys. So let's get to some of these blitz packages. And guys, if you got any more questions, just drop them in the comments and I'm going to get to them. One thing I love to do, since we're talking about trench warfare, guys, we're going to test this offensive line every which way, okay? We're going to come straight at them with like the Bama blitz, one of my favorite blitz packages, guys. We call Bama, Bama, Bama. Our linebackers know they're going to hit that B gap, okay, guys? But then we got stuff like the Bama twist, right? We'll still come at them in the interior directly, like the middle linebackers will get the B gap, but then we'll start twisting those defensive tackles and those defensive ends. And now the tight end is confused. Now you got this weak side tackle. They're confused. So they may have, you know, this H-back. His job is maybe to kick out or something. Now he confused. So we want to not only control the trenches, but we want to create confusion, right? Because if we really affect their assignments and we have it where they have to think, all it takes is a split second for you to do what you need to do, or your players to do what they need to do to eat and to get to the quarterback, right? And then, like, if we do Bama flood, and this is something I forgot to mention, our defensive ends, we want to target their best ball carrier, which is usually the running back, right? We want to target their running back because, look, again, we want to shut down their running game. If we cripple their running game, we want them to become a pass-oriented team. Why do we want them to become a pass-oriented team, guys? Let me know in the comments. Why do we want them to become a pass-oriented team? And let me give you a tip. If a team runs the ball 80 to 85% of the time, or 80 to 90% of the time, right? And then we shut down their running game. We're controlling the trenches, and Lord, don't let them have a weak offensive line, right? We're shutting down their running game. What'd that do? That forced them into a pass-oriented team. And once they're forced into a pass-oriented team, now what's going to happen? Ooh, I like these answers. I like these answers. I see turnovers. More opportunities for turnovers. Most youth football teams will turn the ball over if they have to throw a lot. Man, y'all got it. Y'all got it. Coach Nielsen said makes them one-dimensional. Drift says shutdown run games translate to free air balls with our athletes. Exactly. More beast points. I like that. That's what it does, guys. So when you're shutting down the team's running game, you want to force them into becoming a pass-oriented team, right? And when you do that, now you can go into one of my favorites, 6-2 cloud. We call cloud, right? Now those middle linebackers, now we only have to send 6 guys, right? Now we're only sending 6 guys because we know they're going to just throw the ball, heave the ball up. The quarterback shook. Because by the time you go into the 6-2 cloud, usually like the third quarter, right? End of the second quarter, the quarterback shook. He don't want to play no more, right? He want to take off his equipment and he want to go to Chuck E. Cheese where a kid can be a kid. That's what he want to do. He want to go to Chuck E. Cheese where a kid can be a kid. He don't want to be a quarterback no more. He just want to be a normal little boy, right? And then we could go into our cloud look and have those middle linebackers play the seams. I kind of like for them to play the hooks and curls because teams like to run this tight end and do like a tight end pop pass, something like that. And when we send in 6, you know what happens to that quarterback? You know what the quarterback going to do? That quarterback just going to throw the ball up, guys. He's just going to get the ball. He's going to blindly heave it the direction of the wide receiver. He's not even going to throw it with precision. And then by the time, and before you know it, you got 1 interception, 2 interceptions. Then the quarterback, he really shook now because he don't want to throw another interception. So he's trying to just make a play. Now he's fumbling the ball. Now you guys can scoop and score or just get a fumble recovery. Y'all dominating. Do y'all see it? Y'all see how this stuff plays out? Put a 1 in the comments if this is making sense to you. If this is making sense to you, put 1s in the comments. Or hit that like button. Do me one better. Hit that like button. Great question with Coach Winters. How do you develop a D-line with inexperienced players or less skilled players? Now, that's a great question because I'm literally going to make a video either this evening or tomorrow talking about this. What we do, Coach, is we love to put our kids in adversity at the beginning of the season at our practices, okay? So we do a ton of 1-on-1 drills. We do 2-on-1. We love 2-on-1 drills, 3-on-1 drills, right? Think about this movie, and I know all of you guys have watched this movie. If you haven't watched this movie, let me know so I can like freaking we D up, guys. We're gonna D up. The movie 300. I know all of you guys have watched the movie 300, right? There's a scene in the movie 300 where the Spartans are training. This is like near the beginning of the movie, right? And you had that one Spartan fighting like 3 guys. Y'all remember that? And he was getting his ass kicked, but he didn't give up. He just kept fighting, right? Y'all remember that scene? So you know, and it's one of my favorite scenes in the movie that a lot of people overlook. This one Spartan is fighting like 3 other elite dudes, right? And those 3 other dudes or 4 other dudes are taking it to him. Dude on the ground, he getting kicked in the face, right? He getting his tail whooped. He on the ground, what do? He get up, he tries to scoop and dunk another dude, and he start fighting, right? That's what we do at practice. We do 2-on-1 drills, 3-on-1 drills, and we know the kid, especially at the beginning of the season, he's not going to, he's not going to win that 2-on-1 or 3-on-1, especially if your offensive line know how to freaking block the way that I teach you guys, right? And then what happens is when the kid starts doing is he's losing, but he's facing adversity. Then We do it every day at practice, every defensive day. We really do this every day because it benefits the offense and the defense. So, kids going. And so we don't, and let me say this too about the drill. We may do a drill show tomorrow. We'll see. We may do a drill show tomorrow. But the objective usually with the 2x1 and 3x1 drills, a lot what you see online today, guys, is that we want that defensive guy to get penetration, get to the pad, right? Get to the pad, get to the ball carrier, so on and so forth. That's what we do. So what happens is the kid, he goes through adversity week 1, week 2. Then by the end of week 2, week 3, you're seeing that kid fight. Now he's breaking through. Now he's pushing that line back. Then by the time we get to our first game, the kid has been battle tested and he's taking it. He's taking it to him, right? So that's what we do. And coach, let me answer this. Also, do you prefer 3 technique or the 4 technique with your defensive tackles? I personally like 3 technique. I always like the 3 technique. My homeboy, who is a high school coach, he always talks about 3 technique. I've been doing 3 technique for a long time, but I love 3 technique, coach. Great question. Yeah, and so, coach, like when you put your kids in adversity like that, and this is why I tell you guys, like don't get yourself stuck with practicing soft. Like you want to put your kids in adversity at practice. Okay, let me give y'all a fun fact about something. So back in 2013, I used to work security at this museum, right? And my supervisor played football for Bear Bryant, the great Bear Bryant. I hope y'all know who Bear Bryant is, right? Former coach, University of Alabama, right? Legend. And we used to always talk football all the time. And he said one of the things Bear Bryant used to do is they practice so hard. He'll have them go into the gym, the Coliseum, lock the doors of the Coliseum, and they practice for hours on end, right? And of course, it's old school. They regulate a lot of these things now, especially at the college level. But they'll practice for hours. And he said they would be so sound and so trained that when they play games, it don't even feel like a challenge. He said it don't even feel like a challenge because they practice so hard. And y'all know my motto. Y'all know my Eric said I'm not even a Bama guy. You practice so hard that you're just dominating on game day. That's why I say, like, the guys who practice really soft, and I hate using the word soft because a lot of the ego-driven guys say, oh, you're soft. I hate that word, but it's true in this context that if you're practicing and you're like half speed and you're like, oh, it's okay, little Johnny, hey, man, you'll get them next time. Guess what's going to happen? When you play against a team that practices hard and under adversity, that team is going to get drugged. And an example is going to get made out of you that day. That's just how it works. You win games at practice. And that's a principle that you got to understand. And when I say practice hard, I ain't talking about harassing the kid, cussing the kids out, beating the kids up so much to where they don't even want to play. No, it's the environment. We practice fast. We do circuits, right? We do 1-on-1s, 2-on-1s, and when we're doing that, we break the kids into teams. So the kids always got somebody cheering for them, right? This reinforces good behaviors, good habits, and it reinforces teamwork. And then you start seeing leaders emerge. And then you start seeing your players who come to play football and they may lack a little skill or lack a little confidence. They start to build that confidence, right? They start to build it. You know why? Because now they know their brothers on the team, or, for you guys who got girls playing football too, their brothers and sisters on the team are cheering for them, right? And now momentum is happening. And now by the time you play your first game, you got a whole team on your hands of dogs. All the way down to your kid that may lack talent, that may be what I call, a D-tier player, which is a developmental player. All of them are dogs in their mind. Even if a kid may get ran over during the game. Kid, get up. Next play. Next play mentality. And that's how you want to do it. All right, guys. We almost in the overtime. So I want to get to one more question, guys. Before we end the show today, I want to get one more question in, and let's talk a little bit more about this while I'm waiting on that question, guys. And again, I'm finna choose a winner of the 6'2 Savage defense. Guys, look, I won a championship running this defense almost exclusively one year. Of course, we run the 4-4 Reaper defense as our base. But like our league that year had a bunch of teams that love to run Wildcat for some reason. And we'll just shift into the 4-4. The 6-2, and we just tear them up. And so, guys, as you begin to control the trenches, right? Now you can mix up your blitz packages, right? One of my favorite plays, Alabama Strong, right? If we call Alabama Strong, my strong side linebacker, we say captain, whenever we call Alabama, they know A-gap blitz. But when I say strong, now my captain, my Mike, he know he's going to be the only one that's going to attack that A-gap. And then our weak side middle linebacker, he's going to play QB spy. He's going to run support. He's going to make sure it's no backside action or counters going on. And we can do the same thing on the other side. We call Alabama weak. Same thing. Now we just mixing up blitz packages, creating confusion, mixing up the pressures, right? We can go Alabama blitz, but cover 3. Y'all know how I feel about cover 3. I love cover 3 more than man. Now we can send 8 guys, keep 3 back to try to keep the big play from happening if that happens. And we just send these guys to eat. Now we send in double A-gap pressure, and then we twisting. You see how we mixing this stuff up, guys? Y'all see how we setting this offensive line up? We beat them up. We pound them, right? And then we start mixing them up. Now they're confused. And we still getting back there. Because guess what? When you start confusing these kids and they start missing blocking assignments, guess what happens? Running lane's going to be wide up. Gap's going to be wide open, and you're going to have defenders shooting gaps with nobody blocking them. And now you're taking souls. Now you're taking their souls. Y'all got me? Pressure burst pipes, guys. And I always look at the offensive line like a pipe. How strong and durable is that pipe? If that pipe is weak, we're gonna break that pipe. That pipe is gonna burst. Y'all got me? That pipe is going to absolutely burst. And that's what we want to do. And that's how you win the trenches, guys. That's what we want to do. Every single play, we want to just hit that front line, Then we want it to start cracking. Well, first start bending, then cracking. Then it's going to break. Then they're in trouble. Then you're shutting down their running game. Now they have to pass it. Now they're passing it in desperation. Now you can switch it to the cloud, and guess what's going to happen? You're going to get turnovers. And then before you know it, the game over with, you're winning 35-0, 35-7, 42-7. Game over. Do y'all see how this play out? I'm literally forecasting the way the game is going to end for you guys if you run this type of defense and you attack the trenches and you win the trenches. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, guys. That's what you do. So, guys, I hope you got value from the show today. If you did, again, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I got to pick a winner. So, this is how I'm going to do it. This is how I'm going to do it today. This is how I'm going to pick a winner. I'm going to ask a question. And whoever gets this question right, and look, guys, if you already got the beast, if you already got the 6'2" Savage defense, you can participate, but let me know, because I know some of you guys, I picked some of you guys, and y'all already got the playbook, which is cool. I want you to participate, but just let me know so I can pick somebody who don't have it, okay? So this is the question. Question from the day. Coach Beast is the winner. All right. So let's see here. Which player in the 6'2" Savage defense did I say needs to be the strongest player on the line? Who needs to be the strong? Like, what position does the strongest player? Where did I say put him? I pull this back up. Let me go to personnel here. All right. Of these positions, where does your most powerful or your strongest player? He may not be the fastest. He may not even be the most explosive, but he's strong. Let me pull this up. I see defensive end. I see left defensive tackle. I see weak side tackle, play side defensive end, weak side defensive tackle. Coach Carter says, oh, weak side defensive tackle. Commander says, my bad, weak side defensive end, most powerful. Anybody else? I'm gonna give y'all 5 seconds, 5 more seconds to try, and I'm gonna pick a winner. Let's see. Drift said left side defensive tackle, over the tackle. Okay. Coach Eric says, let me know when you get that wing T finished. That's the only playbook I need. Got the rest. Hey, and check this out, Coach. And I've been thinking about this, man. I be making these announcements. Y'all be making me crack a little bit. So I am gonna make a wing T playbook, and I'm gonna make it where it's the best plays out of the wing T, the beast wing T. Okay. But I'm only going to make that playbook available in the OT coaches community. Okay. I'm not even going to make it public to everybody. It's just going to be an exclusive playbook for the OT elite coaches community. Okay, guys. So if you want to join that community, all you got to do is go to my playbook store. Okay. Go to my playbook store, link in the bio, right? Or in the description if you're watching on YouTube. Go there. Scroll down, join the OT coaches community, and I'm going to exclusively have that playbook there, the wing T. All right, guys. I've seen enough. Coach Seller says, what's the question? All right, Coach. I said the question was in the show earlier today, right? Where do you put your strongest guy in the 6'2" defense? Where you put the strongest guy? Let me pick a winner here. Winner, chicken dinner. All right. If y'all ready to know who the winner is, give me a hell yeah. Give me a hell yeah if you want to know who the winner is. And make sure you hit that like button too. Y'all hit that like button for Coach Beast, man, as well. Coach John says, where can I get the diamond formation playbook? Hey, Coach, all you need to do is go to my link in the description. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put the link to the Playbook store. You can see it on this banner, but I'm gonna make it easy for you guys. Let me put the link here. Y'all bear with me. Boom. Okay. So I put the link to my Playbook store, guys. So if y'all want a copy of the diamond formation or any of the formations I got, you could just copy that link, go to my Playbook store, and you'll see the diamond formation. It's like the third playbook in the store. All right. Oh, a lot of hell yes. Okay. All right, guys. The winner of the 6-2 Savage Defensive Playbook today. Drum roll. Coach C. Smith. Let's go. Let's go. Congratulations, Coach, man. Y'all show some love, man, to Coach Smitty. He the winner today. Give him a big congrats, guys. Let's show him some brotherly love, because we love to give over here, right? That's what I'm talking about. We love to give. We love to support each other. We love to respect, right? We big on respecting in this community, guys. And we just love supporting each other. We're a brotherhood. That's what it's about. We're a family, right? Let's go. Let's go. And guys, look, as y'all know, I'm a giver. I love giving. And so, you know, as we go along, here's a lot of stuff we giving away. So don't think you missing out on an opportunity or anything like that. We do more giveaways and all of that good stuff. And of course, guys, if y'all want to just go and get the Playbook and support me, support the movement of making youth football great again, go to the Playbook store, guys. Pick your Playbook, get the system, the Beast Unleashed Playbook bundle. It's 80% off, guys, right now. And oh, I love what Coach Watson just said. Winners win, my man. Winners win. How many of you guys are in the OT right now? Y'all let me know how many guys are already in the OT. Let me talk to you real quick. And Coach Smitty, I'm going to put my email. Just email me so I can send over your Playbook, Coach. There you go, Coach Smitty. Just email me. And I'm going to leave that up. And I'm going to make sure to get it to you. If I don't get the Playbook to you tonight, it's going to be tomorrow, okay? Usually, like, I'm so pooped, I get off the show, guys. I spend time with my family. And then in the morning, I handle a lot of the email stuff, okay? Somebody had a good question or comment. Hey, Eric, I was actually going to put that on the shirt, that acronym on the shirt, man. It looked kind of fire, man, on the shirt, the concept. And you'll always get people asking you what that means. My fugger. My figure. and for guys who are in the OT, guys, it's about to go wild this week. I'm about to start posting the calendar, right? When we're going to do the Zoom calls. Also, I'm posting resources in that group that's not public, okay? It's just for the members of that group. I'm posting courses and lessons that's only going to be, that's only going to be in that group, okay? Exclusive to that group. So if you're wondering what you get with the OT Elite Coaches community, you're getting basically this show behind the scenes. Like, you getting this show, like the after party of this show, right? You're getting like me more in depth. We talking, we interacting, we're, you know, we got all our videos up, you know, our cameras up, we're talking. You get exclusive meetup invites, membership invites, exclusive perks, like discounts and all that kind of stuff exclusively for the OT. All right. That's where we truly become family. Right. So it's kind of like this, and I don't know if you guys are religious or anything like that. It don't matter. But it's like going to church, right? You join the church, and it's like, this show, it's like the church, right? You join the church. Let me make this screen big real quick. Yeah, so it's like you join the church with the Coach B show. You hit the church. But the OT coaches community is now you come into the pastor's house, right? You come into the house. Y'all got me? Or it's like, hey, man, part of the coach, man, I love chiming to the show. I love watching this. I love getting my questions answered on the Coach B show. But Coach B's, how do I get closer access to you, right? Like, how do I really become a part of the Beast family, right? The OT. Join the OT, guys. That's how you do it. Y'all got me? Join the OT. All right, guys, that's it for the show today, man. The show was great. Great. What I'm probably going to do on tomorrow's show, we may do a part 2 of the trench warfare because I wasn't able to get everything done. Got you, Coach. I'm about to drop the link, Coach, for you. Y'all bear with me one sec. There you go, Coach. Here's the link. It's right under your comment, Coach. So we're going to probably do a part 2 to this show so we can finish trench warfare. We're going to do part 2 of this, but then we're going to talk a little bit more on, how to make your players better on how to make them more aggressive, right? I'm going to go more into depth on that for you guys because I think you guys understand a trench. Oh man, that's a great idea, actually. You guys know my philosophy. Y'all see my coaching philosophy. I'm giving y'all the vision of what's going to happen if you install everything, right? But one episode don't do it justice, right? So we're going to continue this tomorrow. I love what Coach Eric says. You could do a trench month and still have stuff to talk about. Man, you're right. And you know what, Coach? This may be a trench warfare week. You know what I'm saying? This may be a trench warfare week because it's that damn important. You know what I mean? And then we do a blocking week, right? Because y'all know me. Y'all know me. What's the 2 most important things I say you need to know with youth football, right? You want to be the best blocking team and tackling team in your league. And then you want to be the best team to execute the fundamentals, right? Don't turn the ball over. Be fundamentally sound. And so we'll go more into depth. I love that idea. We'll go more into depth with trench warfare, with the defensive side, and then we'll do the offensive side. I like that. That's what we'll do this week. Yeah, Bubba. Let's see. Bubba says, yeah, blocking week sounds good. Hell yeah, man. So we'll make this week of the show trench warfare week. And then next week, we'll do blocking week. How about that? Y'all like that? Y'all let me know if you like that. Coach Sellers. Whoa. You in Demopolis, man? That's what's up, bro. You about, let's see, you about an hour and a half away from me. Hale County, Greensboro. That's not too far. That's not too far away. Let's see. Coach said, whoever we want to smoke. All right, y'all. Coach Sellers, he wants to smoke. Coach Sellers, if anybody travel down there to Demopolis or Greensboro, man, y'all better barbecue for him, man. Y'all in the woods. We used to play Greensboro when I played football back in the day, man. We played them Red Raiders. Blocking and tackling. Yep. Yeah, we're going to get into that. Ah, got you. Yeah. Man, we talked on Facebook, right? What's it, Facebook, Coach? Or no, it was YouTube. I forget, man. I'm on all these platforms, bro. I remember you now, Coach. Hey, your profile pic so swagged out, man. I didn't recognize you, man. I'm a face guy. I'm not a name guy. Yeah, man. How about them Wildcats? Wafer, right? Y'all in Wafer. Yeah. Yeah, and Coach, hey, you right, you really right down the street from me, man. I'm not far at all. And you probably know this. Like, I was born and raised, Coach, in Holt. I was born and raised in Holt, Alabama. Yeah, man. Born and raised there, and then I've lived in Hoover area, Hoover, Birmingham metro area since shucks, man, since I was 20. Been a while, man. I've been out of T-Town for a while. All right, cool, guys. So that's it for the show today, guys. Man, I don't even want to go. I just want to chop it up with you guys, but I gotta go. I got a family waiting. I got a wife waiting. Even though I know she don't care, she'll come down and chop it up. And we also got to have another day, guys, where Miss Beast is on, right? Because a lot of you guys really need help picking that right team mom, or y'all just want advice from a team mom, and she's my VP as well. You may want advice on picking the right VP, right, for your team. That's so important, man. You pick the wrong VP or assistant coaches, you're screwed for that year. I've had my share of nightmare seasons dealing with picking the wrong people just because there was a buddy I played football with or went to school with, or somebody was sweet and they bring waters or something to the kids. Man, it's an art to picking the right person, because if you got the wrong people, you won't even be able to focus on football, because you're dealing with these parents or these volunteers you got. You thought they was going to be good, and they actually a Judas. So we're going to talk about that, Coach. All right, guys, that's it for the show today, man. Again, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. We'll be back here tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And guys, y'all have a blessed evening. Be safe. All right, till next time, beast out. Peace.